Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 26 of 2023. So for this week, you can see it's pretty photo heavy. I had a lot of pictures, which I'm always very happy about. So I just went through my stash of the LA Studio goodies that I've been using the past few weeks. Those cards are just right there by my desk and they're all color coordinated and whatnot. So I just grabbed out four 3x4 cards, and that's all that I had to pick out of my stash. So the prepping for this page was super easy, just printing off my photos. The only picture that I printed off at like an unusual size is on the lower right 3x4 card. It did have a really cute little space, the one that says real life right now. It had a cute little space there where you could add journaling or a photo or whatever. So I just roughly measured it with my ruler, and then I printed off my photo at that size. So it's a really odd size. It was like 2 inches by 1.3 or something. And so I printed off a little photo, and that picture just worked out well because this week I went to hang out with my bestie Casey and her daughter Andy, and that picture is of Andy kind of running, and it was just a far away shot that I thought was cute, and so it really didn't need to be big, so it really fit into that little card nicely. So that's the only thing I had to do where I had to really think at all. The rest I just printed off and we were good to go. So for my title card this week, I'm using just a 3x4 card, and then I had a pretty picture of the sky that I thought that I would pop on to be the other half of that 4x6 pocket there. So I just used the same alphas actually that we had pulled out of my stash from last week, just some random little alphas. They might be from like Citrus Twist or somewhere, but they're really old. So I just spelt out week 26 and then of course added on my dates. And then I still have all the little punch out die cuts that you get from LA Studio from over the past few months there. So I added the one that says awesome, high five, the little banner, and I popped it up on some foam dots, and I just put that over the sky photo just as a little something extra. And then I have a journaling card, and then also this little pie graph. So I've been holding on to this pie graph, and I wasn't sure, where I wanted to use it, but I thought that today's story was really nice because there's all these little sections of the graph that you can fill out. So I decided to kind of deconstruct our day. So like the biggest part, I put Casey, Andy, and Lay quality time. And then the other ones, I put coffee, because we always go and get coffee when we hang out. And then also LaCroix and juice, because we tend to stop by this one little place and get a drink later on in the day when we're thirsty. Also walks in the sun, because we were out in the heat for sure, and then Mexican food for dinner. So I just kind of filled in that pie chart, and it pretty much told the story of the day just by adding in those little bits. And then just to make it a little interesting, I used that roller sentiment stamp that I've used so many times, and I just stamped out yes, yes, yes all over that large portion of the pie graph just to give it a little something exciting, and then I pop in the date down at the bottom of both of these. And just to make it easy, I took the numbers off, so it just says July 2023 instead of having to pop in an exact date. So as far as my photos go, you will see they're all basically from the same day, except for that picture of Penny, which was just one day when she was looking adorable in the craft room, as she always does. But all of the other ones are from my day out with Casey. So we always like to get pictures, especially here when it's summertime and we're out in the sun, and it's easy to take photos. So it's really nice to have a selfie with Casey, and then also to always try to get a selfie with Andy, because just seeing, since we started doing things like this, like last summer, having like the selfies with Andy from then, it's so different. I mean, obviously in that year she's changed so much, and so it's really nice to have the little pictures of the progression of time. And then I always like, of course, to get like other random photos and not only have pictures of faces. So I have our coffees. There's a few pretty murals where we typically go and walk around. So I took a picture of one of those and popped that up. And then the sky photo, like I said before. So I love taking pictures of the surroundings and whatnot because who knows, we may not go here. This may be the summer of the silo, the place where we go, and maybe we won't go there next year and we can look back on this and remember when we used to go to this place. So I just like to always try to take pictures of things like that as well. So then here I'm adding on my journaling onto this card, and this is kind of like the last real thing that I had to do. This one comes together super quickly. You'll notice I added a few more of those chipboard little stars. I've had those out because I used those last month in my project that I was working on. So those were out. I added a smiley face sticker to the bottom card, but besides that, this one's really photo heavy. I have like 7 photos on here, I think. So it's just really photo heavy. I do love spreads like this where I do have a lot of photos. I just try to always break it up with a few cards. I really do love to have a few cards where I have journaling, where I have some sort of like a visual interest, like that pie chart, maybe where I print off the photo at a smaller size, like that one picture is. It just kind of like breaks it up to me and makes it more interesting. And then I really do love just having a bold pattern paper or something like that for that title card. And I think it all really comes together nicely. And as I've mentioned before, the LA Studio products, especially these last few, like in the summertime, they just really go so nicely. If you do have like outdoor summery photos, it looks so good. So I just love the way this one turned out. Another bright, pretty spread in the books, and I'm very happy about it. So now I'm just adding on a few other little bits and pieces, just trying to use up any of those die cuts that I can, and we will call it done. So this one came together very quickly, but I hope that you enjoyed this quick and easy process. If you did, please give me a like and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I'll be back at you with another video super soon. Bye, y'all.